What would happen if you lived to be 100? Well, welcome to Wisdom on Wealth, where you can get practical financial insight designed to help you worry less and live more. When my friend Wayne was contemplating retirement, he didn't want to retire from life, so he started looking for an older man who is living the last portion of his life in a way that Wayne thought was exemplary. Well, Wayne was 61 at the time. I mean, who looks for a mentor at 61? Well, someone connected Wayne to Jim Downing. At the time, Jim was 96 and one of the oldest living survivors of Pearl Harbor. Jim had given his entire life to mentoring and developing men spiritually, and at 96, Jim had no intention of slowing down. These two men struck up a fast friendship that lasted for 8 years. 3 months before he died, Jim sent Wayne an email saying, "Even though I'm 103, I've traveled frequently, I speak to youth and military groups, and my mission is to continue to share the good news of Jesus Christ with as many people as I can." The truth is, these last few years up until my hundreds have been some of the best years of my life. I've got so much fun that I don't look back at yesterday or forward to tomorrow. I live in the present, living one day at a time, eager to do the work that God has called me to today. You know what? If you or I live to 100, I hope we'll both have the same experience as Jim, active and optimistic to the very end. And guess what? If statistics hold true, you might just reach that century mark. Well, according to retirement expert Surya Karuli, a baby born today has a 1 in 3 chance of living up to 100 years old. And a female baby born today, 1 in 2 chance of living to 100. But the Wharton School of Business points out an increasing number of Americans lack the resources to sustain themselves in terms of income, housing, and health insurance and long-term care. Well, Tom Hegna, an economist and an author, says longevity is a magnifier of all the other risks associated with retirement. The longer we live, the bigger those problems become. So let me ask my question to you again. What would happen if you lived to be 100? If you only live 1 year into your retirement, the high cost of healthcare and inflation and market fluctuations and low bank interest rates, they're not going to affect you very much. But put those same problems into the context of a 30, 35, or 40-year retirement, you get some pretty big issues. Wharton suggests several possible solutions for long-living retirees, things like property tax deferrals, reverse mortgages, longevity bonds, income annuities, and long-term care insurance. The common denominator in all these solutions is risk pooling. It's putting individuals in large groups so that no one person feels the brunt of something bad happening to them. For the average person, risk pooling comes through an insurance company. Now, I am not saying here that you need to go buy every insurance policy on an insurance shopping spree this week. I am saying it's wise to work with a qualified advisor to create a financial plan that accounts for the possibility of you living to 100. That kind of plan will likely call for the growth that comes from strategic investments and the risk management that comes from insurance. In other words, it's a balancce plan is what you need. If you don't have one yet, I encourage you to schedule a free, no obligation call, and you can do that by clicking on the button below. In the meantime, whether you're 28 or 98, I hope you can say with Jim Downing, the best is yet to come.